thanks for joining us on the news at 1 on the Unity station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Salwa Khalil Ibrahim. Figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 14th October 2020 indicate 9 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. Confirmed cases now stand at 5,858, with 537 active cases, while 5,242 cases have been successfully treated, and sadly, 79 deaths have so far been recorded in the Federal Capital Territory. Rape cases will no longer be bailable soon. FCT Minister of State Ramata Tijani Aliyu has revealed that laws are on the way to ensure that established cases of rape are no longer in the country, so as to serve as deterrents to culprits.
In the name of Almighty God, and to His glory and glories.
The book, which chronicled different experiences of young girls during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, also showcased the need to protect the dignity of the girl child.
Brought out the beauty of many things, because as at that time, that also went through violence during this period, and then
dignitaries, FCT Minister of State, represented by the Deputy Director Admin in the Office of the FCT Minister of State, Maria Obonaya Ngu, says the administration has established a center to address cases of girls who are abused or suppressed.
The positive from this book, she's going to use it to reach out to other girls, to reach out to other children that don't have a voice, so that they can have a voice.
For every child that did something that wrote and the name appeared in this compendium should be recognized.
Founder and convener Jumai Ahmadu, appreciating everyone
have space. Name appeared in this compendium should be recognized.
Founder and convener Jumai Ahmadu, appreciating everyone
have safe space to be able to express themselves. We shouldn't see them as second-hand as it used to be in the past.
Our family bonds were tried. We saw marriages crash. We saw some girls getting pregnant, while others learned one skill or the other.
The book is a must-read for everyone. In Abuja, Ifani, Izumba, NTA News.
COVID-19 pandemic enabled new normal, hence increased hygiene practices. And so the Global Hand Washing Day is here again, with the advocacy for hand washing with soap and water, and easy, effective and affordable way to prevent diseases and save lives. Wofai Ibo takes a look at the significance of the day.
Hand hygiene for all is the theme for this year's Hand Washing Day. Nigeria joins the global initiative with a call on all to scale up hand hygiene, especially through hand washing with soap and water.
Hand washing is important to keep.
Global Hand Hygiene Day is endorsed by UNICEF, governments, schools, national institutions, civil society organizations, NGOs, private companies, individuals, and more, as a way to increase access and practice of hand washing.
This year there is more going through this pandemic era, the coronavirus. And hand washing, in addition to social distancing, happens to be one of the most effective preventive measures that we need to be followed.
As this year's theme is about taking action to increase access and practice of hand washing, going by what experts say, it demands collective actions by everyone, including you. In Abuja, Wofai Ibo, NTA News.
Many thanks, Wofai. The FCT Health Insurance Scheme is set to partner National Orientation Agency in the area of community mobilization on the health insurance intervention in the territory. The of the scheme, Dr. Ahmed Fulani, disclosed this at the stakeholders workshop in Abuja. Shuabu Onuzi Yakubu tells us more.
The FCT Health Insurance Scheme intends to leverage on the platforms of information dissemination of the National Orientation Agency to reach out to millions of residents, especially those at the grassroots, on the need to be enrolled into the scheme because of its enormous benefits.
I'm trying to train their staff to have the information on our program. They can help us carry this.
At the end of this exam, the trainees will be able to disseminate the information that they have to the populace, the national health insurance. The information that needs to get to the populace will get to them.
Director General of National Orientation Agency represented promised to make available their platforms in order to reach out to the people, as healthy workforce is key to the nation's development.
With our platform as spread, we're supporting the FCT NHIs to make sure that their program gets to the grassroots to achieve this health for all in the FCT, because we want to make sure that all the program and activities get to the grassroots. With our spread, with our expertise, the information gets to the nook and crannies of FCT.
It is worthy of note that both public and private workers can join the health insurance scheme with as little as 13,500 per year. Papers are expected to be presented at the 3-day workshop. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The hopes of parents for pupils to return to school in the Federal Capital Territory after 7 months of COVID-19 induced shutdown were on Monday dashed following the decision of teachers to continue with their industrial action. Hadiza Godwin-Ebodi has more.
The COVID-19 closure of schools in Nigeria has come to an end, as schools at the primary and secondary levels all resumed for academics on the 12th of October 2020. However, reverse is the case for FCT Local Education Authority schools, who were told to go home upon resumption of schools due to the strike action embarked upon by teachers under the aegis of the FCT Nigerian Union of Teachers. The strike, they say, is as a result of non-implementation and payment of the National Minimum City Area Council chairman.
This strike has come to stay. It is an indefinite strike. Until this money is paid, no single teacher in public schools in FCT will be found in a classroom.
A visit to some LEA primary schools in the territory reveals that academic activities has been stalled. Meanwhile, the decision by the Nigerian Union of Teachers has generated reactions from parents who are concerned about the academic well-being of their children, with the National Common Entrance around the corner.
We went to their school on Monday, so they said I should go back to us first. So what you can do now, because we know upon all the time they are already spent at house, so we don't expect maybe this country go come happen again.
But I'm in primary 6. I feel bad.
Why?
Because that long we went to school.
It is hoped that the industrial action will be suspended and the teachers' needs will be granted, as the pupils have missed a lot academically since the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. Hadiza Godwin-Ebodi, NTA News.
The FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board has organized training for its staff and stakeholders in the financial institutions.
Consisting of underwriters and brokers is a fallout of the group life assurance process that was introduced by the FCT Area Council Staff Pension Board in July this year. The director of the board, Nancy Inden, says the board has been mandated by the Pension Commission, PENCOM, to give period.
We want to achieve synergy between the underwriters, the brokers, and participants at the area council level. I mean the PDOs, that is the pension desk officers, who are the officers that carry out this group life assurance process.
A paper presentation was made which will further equip the participants and pension desk officers of the area council with the needed knowledge for effective service delivery. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
Many thanks, Mariam. And if you are just joining us, this is the news at 1 on the Unity station. We'll take a break now. We'll return shortly.
Yeah, what though? This coronavirus, everybody they talk, not be play. Anybody fit catch am anywhere and e not dey show for face. If you catch am, you fit peme. If person wey get a cough or sneeze, anything where the cough touch, if you touch am, come touch your face, or you even go touch another person, you fit. Na im government say make you hear word, make you stay for house. Arrange food where you go chop, keep for house. If you dey outside, no shake anybody hand, no dey hug anybody. Dey wash hand every time with soap and water wey dey flow. Make you wash hand like say you use am touch pepper, come take am clean your face. If water no dey, use hand sanitize am. If you dey cough, body dey hot and you no fit breathe, e fit be say na coronavirus be that o. Make sharp.
Many thanks for being there. Now, residents of Pegi community in Kuje Area Council said the dilapidated nature of access road leading to the community has made it vulnerable to the threat of insecurity by men of the underworld. This is following the resurgent spate of kidnapping, with the most recent being the abduction of some area council officials. Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu gives us an update on the development.
Pegi is barely heaving a sigh of relief from the numerous incidents of kidnapping of late last year. Now 11 councillors from the Kuje Area Council Administration, 2 members of Vigilante and some residents are in custody of men of the underworld demanding for ransom before they will be released. As Joy presently eludes the affected households, more worrisome for leadership of Pegi.
We'll just go and just fire your car, they will not get you. So we are fearing our people, even some people they are parking from here because the bad road and the insecurity.
We're supposed to get outposts inside Pegi here. If something happens, before accept government to bring more policemen or to bring outposts inside Pegi.
But the FCT police said security agencies have commenced combing of the surrounding forests to track down the kidnappers and free the hostages unharmed.
Every significant settlement within that location has policemen deployed. However, the kidnappers have taken to the modus of waylaying people on the road, not in any settlement, and perpetrating their nefarious act. This also we are looking into. We are looking at the possibility of deploying more patrols, vehicles and motorcycles, so on and so forth, to ensure that we fully secure the area.
The harrowing experience on this lonely road has put Pegi residents in perpetual fear, with passionate appeal to the authorities to come to their aid by deploying more manpower to the police division in the community. Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Still talking security, pro and anti-NSAS protesters have been dispersed by the officers and men of the FCT Police Command to avert breakdown of law and order in the nation's capital, Abuja. FCT Commissioner of Police Bala Chiroma disclosed this while briefing the media in Abuja. Shuabu Onuzi Yakubu has details.
FCT Commissioner of Police Bala Chiroma says to avert breakdown of law and order in the territory, the command swiftly deployed its officers to disperse pro- and anti-NSAS protesters who converged to vent their grievances.
There was a convergence of protesters at Bega roundabout. The protesters were divided into two. Those protesting for NSAS and those that were against ending SARS. While we deployed to ensure that there was no breakdown of law and order, this is all we need. There was hot exchanges between the groups. However, the timely intervention of police officers on the ground prevented the situation from deteriorating.
The CP also disclosed
we are obviously seen vandalized. No arrest has so far been made, but investigations is on.
Even though there was no casualty during the protest, the police, however, warned against any acts capable of disrupting public peace and security of the country. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Now, the FCT administration has reassured of the completion of all ongoing road projects, particularly the Dus and Alhaji Road, which causes serious traffic gridlock. Chairman FCT Ministerial Tax Team on decongestion of traffic. Ikaruata, who led a monitoring team to decide, says the road will be completed soon as the contractor has been remobilized back to site. Abdullahi Ajia has more on the story.
The daily experience of motorists on the Dutse Alhaji Buhari Road as a result of the uncompleted section of the dual carriage road is better imagined for some months now. With the rains receding, the administration has remobilized the contractor back to site.
Dutse Alhaji have been one heavy flashpoint from the FCT minister. That's from late last year. This particular road work, the first phase leading down to Sokale, if I'm right now, will be completed in the next 2 months. Okay. So those who are in Dutse Alhaji here and those in this area can drive freely from here to Sokale in the next 2 months.
Determined to achieve results on the same goal, stakeholders who are now on the same page pledged to work together to deliver the project in 2 months' time, thereby assuring of a quality job.
We are on ground to ensure that a good quality work is assured and is done. We are going to work from morning till 7 within now and the next 2 months.
We have a lot of challenges, especially from the uniform personnel who follow one way.
All we need to do is to come early, man the road and monitor the traffic, and that we have been doing.
Road traffic managers who decried the impatience and attitude of some motorists, however, appealed for understanding as some portions of the road will be closed to traffic so as to allow for the speedy completion of the work. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
The role of women is said to be immeasurable. Women are seen as frontline workers in the wake of coronavirus due to their role as mothers and caregivers. Tessie Omeri takes a look at the resilience of rural women to weather the storm.
They are mothers, caregivers, and in some instances what many refer to as breadwinners in families. Their roles are indispensable. In fact, findings shows that women constitute larger percentage of workforce in agriculture, especially in rural communities where such activities are combined with domestic work. Stakeholders say these women can turn little resources into abundance.
There's a woman that made me asking me 5,000. She want to commence. I said, what kind of business are you going to do? She said, granite. The bag is 3,000. Since I gave her that 5,000, she has never asked me anything again. They are very, very special people. Very reliable, very hardworking, dedicated.
Bilhatu Yakubu, a mother of 3 children, is also a farmer and a petty trader.
This Ogu, Waterleaf, Anyara, I trade my children to university.
It was not easy for her to train us up to this level, but she has done her best. She did it through farming.
With this year's theme, Building Rural Women's Resilience in the Wake of COVID-19, it aims to strengthen the livelihoods of rural women and their well-being.
This COVID-19 that we are in through is not easy for us, but we still thank God that we have some things to manage ourselves and our kids.
Bilhatu Yakubu, among other women, say the outbreak of COVID-19 provides more opportunities for them to explore as they call for support from government and well-spirited individuals. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Improved health care for all, especially at the grassroots, is amongst benefits to be derived from the full implementation of area council health authorities. Hakimat Aliyu reported that this was the emphasis at the official inauguration of Abuja Area Council Health Authority in Abuja. The details.
With the mandate of undertaking projects as needed to improve primary healthcare services, FCT Primary Healthcare Board facilitated transformation of PHC departments into area council health authorities, expected to leverage on provided opportunities for response to all medical and public health emergencies in all area councils.
For over 30 years, FCT Primary Healthcare has been without connection with the area councils and the communities. So the community-driven primary healthcare is the primary healthcare that is desirable and that can deliver on results.
The greatest benefit of this is that the emergency services now that will be proffered to citizens of the FCT within the first 24 to 48 hours. They don't have to think whether they have money, whether they can afford.
Operation of Abuja Area Council Health Authority Just as done for all other area councils and the FCT, stakeholders promised their support towards the success of the program.
What we are doing, is actually to, support them to be able to roll out interventions, in line with the plans that they have in their strategic health development plan and also the annual operational plan.
By the grace of God, with the FCT Council of Chiefs, we are going to give 100% cooperation to make sure that we achieve the aims and objectives of this primary health care.
We are in charge of the grassroots. As such, we give all the necessary support to make this a reality.
The event also featured the sensitization and orientation of participants on the Area Council Health Authority structure for effective delivery of healthcare services in line with the FCT PHCB Act 2019 and Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. It is worthy to note that in the National Health Act, Basic Healthcare Provision Fund is derived from federal government annual grants and grants from donors, 5% of emergency medical treatment for all citizens irrespective of ability to pay. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
On the sports scene, federal government is set to honor 60 sport icons and personalities that have won laurels and made meaningful impact on sports development for Nigeria in the last 60 years as WTA Ostrava get green light. Details with Abdullahi Ajia on Sports Brief.
The honor for 60 sports icons was organized by the federal government as part of activities marking the Nigerians' Diamond Jubilee. Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dari, while receiving the report of the committee set up to collate the votes by Nigerians for the 60 awardees, said the event was initiated to reward excellence and hard work. The event is expected to hold at the velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Friday, October 16, 2020, with President Muhammadu Buhari expected in attendance. Meanwhile, the FIFA international window has come to a close with the results of matches played eliciting reactions from different quarters. Now, attention will be shifted to the respective European leagues with matches scheduled for the weekend. A wave of renewed government restrictions is occurring across Europe as countries ramp up their coronavirus response, which is affecting tennis tournaments have led to increased limits on public gatherings and events. The Czech Republic announced a stop to sporting competitions a week ago, but has allowed some exemptions, one of which is the WTA event in Ostrava scheduled for next week. The event had not sold tickets to spectators, and organizers will adhere to WTA protocols on the running of the event. With Sports Brief, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.